Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. If it's your first time on my channel, welcome. I make tarot pick-a-card readings, and then I also talk about energy healing and manifestation. So hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. So happy that you are joining us in this beautiful community. So today's pick-a-card reading is about your life after marriage. So if you're curious to learn what your life will look like when you're in a partnership with your life partner, this is a great video for you. And I wanted to let you all know that today's video is sponsored by Keen. Keen is a platform for trusted psychics and advisors and tarot readers just like me. And what I love about Keen is they have advisors available 24/7. I get a monthly reading with Keen, and the person I go to is Bear Sage. I recently went to him for a 2023 reading, and he told me all about my career, my love life, all of the awesome things happening this year, even the travels I'm going to go on. So I highly advise that you get your own reading and get some clarification about how this year will look for you or any questions that you have at all. If you would like, you can get your first 10 minutes as a new customer for only $1.99 using the promo link that I'm showing on the screen right now. You can also get the link in the description box down below. Make sure that you use this link to get the offer. So a full 10 minutes, which is a lot of information, and I really encourage you to use the entire time. So go ahead, click that link, make sure to do that, and let me know how your experience was down in the comments below. So without further ado, let's get into your tarot reading for today. Take a moment, ground down, and just choose which pile calls most to you. So over here, we have pile 1 with the Chrysocolla. Here we have pile 2 with the Apatite. And here we have pile 3 with the Aventurine. So take a moment and choose the pile that resonates most with you. And once you have that, you can fast forward using the timestamps below, and I will see you there. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So your first card over here is the 8 of Pentacles, and we are going to be asking about your life after marriage. So let's see what comes through for you all today. It's always fun to think about what life will be like once you're with your destined person, your partner. So let's see what comes through, anything you need to know, any insights. We have the King of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the 5 of Swords. And I'm just going to pull some oracle cards for you all today as well. And your spirit team is pretty chatty. We have Red Passion. So I don't need to pull that many cards because they're already talking to me. Royal Blue Gratitude. And we have Crimson Experience. All right, you guys, I'm going to dive straight in because Spirit is already talking to me. So the first thing I'm hearing is I see this being a very equal partnership where it feels like there's equal effort from both sides, so both you and your partner, and that would actually apply to many aspects of your life. So let's say that you have children. It feels to me like you're in the type of relationship where both you and your partner are really putting in equal time and effort and hours to taking care of your kids. And that would go for anything. So not just children, but really just tasks around the house, cleaning up the kitchen, making the bed, all of the above. And we have the 8 of Pentacles here. And so I'm seeing that the two of you have very open communication. And one thing that I like about this relationship is, to me, it feels that you're both putting in the work continually to make it a successful relationship. So you're both very grounded. I don't really see either one of you wanting to rush into anything. And I know this is after marriage, but even prior to marriage, it feels to me like you would have either been in a very long relationship where you've proven to each other that you're consistent, that you're steady, that you're reliable, or that you just really had some really good, open, vulnerable conversations and didn't make haste on any decisions. So to me, it feels like this is a very measured relationship. And as I'm reading the energy, I really like the pace and the tone that is set for this relationship. So it's not too fast, it's not too crazy, it's also not too slow, it's kind of right in the middle. And I think that this will be important for you because when I'm tapping into your energy field, it feels like work and career life can get very crazy for you. And I see that, it's going to kind of continue that way, especially even after marriage, too. And so it's almost important that for your relationship, this person is very grounding and there's this deep sense of home and family that you have with this person. So I see them being very supportive. And I almost get the impression that even when career and even kids kind of drive you crazy sometimes, this person is like that grounding anchor. And I'm literally being shown a vision of you hugging your partner and just feeling this tethered energy. And I say it in the most positive way, where even if everything's crazy in your life, this person just really brings you back to center. Now, there's going to be the divine feminine and the divine masculine in this relationship. And right here, the divine masculine is coming across as perhaps the person that would make decisions for the household. Now, you could be the divine masculine, your partner could be the divine masculine, but what I'm seeing is it feels that one of you will take responsibility in terms of having the final word or the final say. And this may correlate to the person that makes the most money, is what Spirit is saying, but it doesn't have to. It really has more to do with the one who is more grounded. So you're both stable, you're both consistent, you're both grounded, but I am seeing one of you is a little bit stronger in the firm decision-making category. And I actually think that this is a healthy thing because it gives the other person a chance to be in flow and to be a little bit more creative. And I'm seeing that this is positive, and this is something that the two of you would agree upon. So I'm not saying it in a negative way whatsoever. It actually feels a very beautiful thing to have one person kind of be like the manager of the household in this specific relationship. In other relationships, I can see how it would be completely different, but for your relationship, it actually seems very grounding and secure, and it seems like this is a happy thing for all parties involved, even for your kids, if you choose to have kids in the future. Now, the really cool thing about your relationship specifically is that even after marriage, I see the physical intimacy in the relationship being very strong. You have red for passion, and that's important because Spirit is just saying you don't want to lose that. So I'm seeing that even after marriage, it feels that you and your partner have a lot of intimate moments. You can be vulnerable with each other. You make time for each other. So I am seeing children for most of you, but even if you have kids and you're really busy with your kids, to me, it feels like you're still making time to just connect one-on-one. And you two just have this thing where I see you talking for hours. It's like, it doesn't really matter how long you've known each other. It just feels like your conversations could go on and on and on. And the beautiful thing is that the two of you are always extremely grateful for each other. And I think that you're good at communicating how grateful you are. And that's something that makes this relationship stand the test of time. And so I see this most definitely being a lifelong relationship. I only see you getting married once. That to me is very clear. I see you expressing a lot of gratitude towards your partner and then doing the same for you. And part of the reason that you will continually express gratitude is because there's this deep feeling of safety with them. And so this person is not somebody who would be emotionally absent or ever make you question your feelings. To me, it feels like if you ever have concerns or you're struggling with something, going through a difficult time, this person is like a steady anchor. So I'm seeing a lot of earth energy here. They might even have some fire energy too, is something I'm picking up, especially with all these like suns and golden kind of imagery here. So this would be like a very beautiful connection. And the good thing is, Spirit is also saying that the two of you are intellectual, but you're also humble. And so you meet each other at your same level. It's not like one of you knocks it out of the park and the other one just like can't meet the other on that level. I don't see that. What I'm seeing is Spirit is saying you two meet each other at the same level, and Spirit is very happy that you would bring children into the world. Again, only if you want to, because it feels to me that you would really instill good values in your children. And really, what this relationship comes down to is you both have these good core values that you share. You're authentic, you're honest, you're practical, you believe in working and working hard. You don't believe in anything being handed to you. I'm seeing that you two are very authentic, honest, vulnerable, humble people. And that's a very positive thing. And Spirit is showing me the Six of Cups here. And what I'm being shown is like this very happy family vibe where I see 2 children, but I think it could be up to 4 for some of you. But I'm seeing that the kids are extremely happy together. They get along. They're learning discipline from a young age. They're learning how to take care of themselves as well. And Spirit is just saying this would be a very happy family environment. I don't see any major issues. I see good communication all around the family. So this would be a very positive family environment generally. And there's this beautiful feeling of freedom and inner child energy attached to the Six of Cups. And yet with your partner, it's like this intimacy in the one-on-one connection, and you will have the both. So you'll have that emotional intimacy here, but you'll also have more of the group family energy, which is just fun and lighthearted and all about good values. So values and morals is very important to this partnership. And actually, Spirit is saying that's how you'll know who your life partner is, because at the end of the day, you share the same values, and they're core values that not everybody has, and that's going to set this relationship apart. So once again, I see you feeling very secure. I see you making a perfect amount of money. Now, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're billionaires, but to me, it feels extremely stable and steady. And I see the both of you working, actually. So again, there's like an equal energy here. I'm also seeing that for some reason, especially with the Five of Swords, this relationship and this marriage would be a departure from something that you've dealt with in the past, especially when it comes to the relationship department. So I don't know if you've had a partner who was more absent or who didn't make you feel safe emotionally, but I'm feeling that this partner would be the complete opposite. And this person really will make you feel safe. They will allow you to be vulnerable. They will not only allow it, but they'll actually encourage it in some ways and completely affirm you so you can speak very openly and honestly. And I'm seeing that that provides you with great relief. And the good thing about this relationship is because all of the core details are so steady and stable, it actually allows you to do some pretty cool, adventurous things together. I'm seeing you guys traveling all over the world. Feels like you're going to go to some pretty cool places, which for me are kind of exotic, like Morocco. Like I'm seeing a lot of like desert energy. You might go to like Dubai, for example. If you're watching this and you're from there, comment down below because I think that's possible too. But with all this like mountainous energy and these deserts and everything, it feels like you're going to travel all over the place. And I see it being positive. And it's also not like being backpackers or hippies and just going completely wild. I don't see that either. It's more just like you decide to go on these kind of planned out trips, and they will be for between 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And it feels like you and your partner really connect through traveling, and it kind of brings a whole new dynamic to the relationship. And again, I'm being pulled back to this physical intimacy and emotional intimacy. And so that will be a really beautiful thing that will last you your whole life. So I don't see any problems around this relationship whatsoever. But what Spirit is saying is if there ever is a disconnect in your relationship, all you really need to do is travel together and have that one-on-one time together, and you'll be brought back together emotionally and spiritually. And so that's something to keep in mind as you go throughout this relationship. And I'm seeing that for those of you watching, I think it is 100% possible that you'll get married within the next 2 years. If that sounds way too early, I'm seeing that for some it will be up to 4 years, but really for most of you, it's definitely going to be within 2 years. And I'm seeing that this is just going to be like such a beautiful vibe. Like it feels great. I don't see any negative energy whatsoever. It feels super positive. It feels awesome. A lot of expansion, a lot of travels, a lot of love and light and joy ahead, and a really solid family life for sure. That is something Spirit is saying very, very clearly. So I hope that this helped you. I hope you resonated with it. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to use your Keen offer. You can get that at the link down below. And I love you all, and I will see you all very soon. Bye. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So your first card is the Ace of Swords, a good card for clarity in relationships. So let's see what comes up for life after marriage. Oh, we have the Ten of Cups. That's a great card to be getting too. We have the Queen of Swords. Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. And then we will use the Rider-Waite deck today as well. So let's see what comes through about your life after marriage. We have the Star. We have Temperance. The Three of Cups. Queen of Wands. And the Four of Pentacles. All right, so let's get started. So for those of you who know the tarot, you will know that really all of these are very positive cards. And the first thing that I want to say is I'm getting a strong female energy wrapped around this relationship. And to me, it feels that the female influence in the relationship, and that would be more of the divine feminine, it doesn't really rely on gender, would be the one who kind of calls the shots, interestingly, is what I'm seeing. We have the Queen of Swords, we also have the Queen of Wands. And so to me, it feels that the feminine influence is more of the decision maker, and also more of the innovator. So definitely a very strong female energy here. I also see a lot of maternalistic energy, and if you are associating more with the female energy and you're resonating more with that, I wouldn't be surprised if you're a very good business person or you've done a lot of more strategic work. You could even be an entrepreneur, you could be an innovator, somebody who is compassionate and kind, but you also have this very strong business mind is what I'm seeing, if that's you. Now, if that's your partner, then we're going to let that be your partner. But in any case, I'm seeing that that's kind of significant because it almost sets the tone for your life after marriage. And I'm seeing that you would very much feel in control in this relationship. You know, sometimes when you're reading the tarot, you get this energy that it feels in a relationship, there's almost this runaway energy, like you can't control it, but I don't see that at all here. I see a lot of control, I see discipline, I see pragmatism, I see logic with the swords. And so this feels like a very stable relationship, and it is a relationship where there is a good amount of logic too. Now I'm getting the sense that there's gonna be a lot of decisions that need to be made in this marriage and in this partnership, and I'm almost feeling pulled across the globe. So I don't know if you and your partner will be traveling a lot or will have to move for work or for business. And I see that all of that is to come over the next like 10 to 14 years is what Spirit is saying. So just know that if there are any skills that are important to sharpen over the course of your life, it really will be your decision-making skills and your ability to look at an opportunity and think to yourself, is this positive? Is this going to grow me? Is this going to be good for my family? Those are all going to be really important things to think about as you go into this relationship and as you continue this partnership with this person. So we have the Ace of Swords here. I'm seeing that this relationship brings you a good amount of clarity. It feels that the two of you have sharp minds. You can meet each other at the same level, especially mentally. I see that you and your partner, you might even be the type of people who enjoy learning a lot, learning about research, learning about science and facts. You or them might be good at math or not, Spirit is saying, but I'm just throwing out some things that tend to be very logical disciplines. And I'm seeing that there's all this logic here, and yet inside of the logic, there's like all this compassion too. So it's a very beautiful relationship that the two of you have. I also see that your relationship is highly protected because you have the star, and you also have temperance here, both being major arcana cards. And so with the star, to me, it feels like this kind of angelic being is protecting your relationship, helping the two of you live in flow, helping you stay balanced and centered. And it's interesting because even though you and or your partner might be type A kind of people, we have temperance, and it's almost like when you come together, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Because I'm getting a lot of entrepreneurship energy around this relationship, and I'm not sure if that's you or if that's them or both of you. But in any case, it's like when the two of you come together, you almost feel this permission to just feel you can release, you can let go, you can relax. And that's really one of the most beautiful aspects of this relationship, is that you are able to relax and let go and just be held. And I'm seeing that you might put a lot of pressure on yourself throughout the course of your lifetime, especially when it comes to work, also especially when it comes to parenting, by the way. But this person just really brings you a great amount of presence, and there's this deep feeling of peace that I get when I tap into this relationship, which is beautiful. Now I'm seeing that in terms of physical stuff, like 3D stuff, you're going to get everything that you want. I see you getting a good house, you're going to have the American dream, if that's what you want, Spirit is saying. I'm seeing you might have some pets, like 1 or 2 dogs is kind of coming up. You might even have a cat too. I do see the presence of children if you would like them. It feels to me like you would have children in your late 30s though, like mid to late 30s. So if you're watching this and you're like in your early 20s or even late 20s, just know it might be a little bit more time until you have children. But I feel you're okay with that. And I see this beautiful partnership energy because when we look at this Ten of Cups card, these two people are completely equal. They're holding hands, they're looking at their house, they're filled with the sunshine, and there's this great peace over this relationship and internally within them too. And it's a very beautiful energy because it's not that they're pushing to do anything or to make anything happen. It all just kind of comes to them. And it's almost like the more measured and stable and steady they are, the more these great things come to them. And so I see this relationship just gradually continuing to progress and progress and progress. And that's actually the way to gain maximum happiness here. So it feels very beautiful. So I definitely see this awesome house that you two are going to live in and have kids with, or have kids in if you want to have children. And I see that there's great joy all around you. I mean, there's all these different suns here, and it feels that it's just going to gradually continue to get deeper and deeper and more nuanced as time goes on, but life feels good. It feels joyful. So I'm seeing one of you might work from home and the other one might go to the office. I don't know why Spirit is saying that, but for some reason that seems kind of significant because there's a little separation during the day. It's like one of you has this job where you can do it at home and the other one is more of like a traditional corporate lifestyle. If you're already in a relationship, you'll be able to validate that. And if not, just let that come to you. I see it being beautiful. I'm also seeing very happy family life, especially around your partner. So it feels like you have a good family life, but something around your partner's family is even happier. It's like they have a really positive connection to their siblings have kids. Like I'm seeing you all getting together, and it almost feels like these family reunion kind of vibes that you might do like once a year or even more. But I'm seeing all of these children around you and then other adults who are of your same stage of life that you're very much connecting with. And it feels that they're more connected to your partner than to your family. So keep that in mind. And I think that the beautiful thing about that is it's almost like this nurturing energy where, yes, you're parents to your children and such, but it feels like these other adults who would be like aunts and uncles to your kids are also really positive impressions on your children, and they're just very positive influences, and they kind of help you ground too. So I'm seeing that they would become almost like best friends. So what Spirit is saying is if your partner has siblings, there's the potential that you would become very, very close friends with their siblings. And I see you kind of all hanging out together. And Spirit is even showing me like an outdoor barbecue. So if that's something that you guys are into, it feels like you would all be outside having like picnic together or barbecuing together, something like that. It feels really, really good. So a lot of family time. And it feels that your children, if you want to have them, will be very active children. I'm seeing all these different activities. I'm seeing you going to the theater and watching their performances. I'm seeing sports. I'm also even seeing gymnastics and swimming. So Spirit is just saying your kids are going to be very active. And at times they're going to be kind of supercharged because you're a little bit type A, whether you want to be or not. And that is going to translate into motivation for your children. So they are going to be not externally competitive, but more so internally competitive with themselves. And they might really get involved in some serious activities like gymnastics, like I said, or like joining a soccer team and really wanting to hit some hard goals. And I see them being very good at that. So that feels awesome. So we have the Two of Pentacles here. To me, that was just the one of you works from home, the other partner is in the office. I'm also just seeing that this relationship, though, will bring you great perspective. So you and your partner have the same kind of role, and you can see eye to eye in that way. But I'm seeing that there is something fundamental within their personality where they just think differently to you. And so you're always going to be able to see things through their eyes. And that would be a new way of getting information, is what Spirit is saying. And I don't know why Spirit is bringing this up, but if you've ever done the Myers-Briggs test, which is like a personality type indicator, it would be something very specific. Like your type is very similar to your partner's, but one letter in your type would be a little off. And I apologize because I know I'm getting really dorky here. But in this personality test, if you're not familiar with it, it's like one of you might be an introvert, the other might be an extrovert, or one of you might be intuitive, the other one might be like more of a sensor. And so in any case, look into that, see what your type is. If you're in a partnership already, see what their type is. I think that would be a really fun exercise because I'm seeing that it's very similar across the board, but there's like one aspect of your personality which is just very different from theirs. And so you'll always be shown a new perspective in this partnership. I see a lot of celebration around you, a lot of joy. I see your wedding being fantastic. It seems to me like a destination wedding, so I don't think it's like where you're living right now. It seems to be a little bit further out, and I see like your close friends and family members going there, probably taking a flight to get there. And then lastly, this is a relationship that will 100% last you for life. You have the Four of Pentacles here. I always read this card very positively, especially when it comes up in relationships. And it seems like your partner has a lot of motivation towards you. So it's kind of like whatever goals and dreams you have, they share that with you. They share your vision. You're both holding the vision together. It seems to me like you're building this very positive lifestyle together, and it's almost the same energy of building a business together. However, I see that applying more towards the home in this particular scenario. So it's going to be very happy. I see good finances. I even see quite a bit of wealth around the both of you. One of you has invested in a lot of stock options or something like that. It's all going to come to fruition in about 3 to 4 years' time. You're going to come into a lot of money is what I'm seeing. Also, tangentially, Spirit is saying that one of you will come into a lot of family money as well. So if you're sitting there and you're like, that's not me, then that must be your partner because you're going to have a very comfortable lifestyle, emphasis on very. And, well, Spirit is joking and saying, save some for the rest of us. So I hope that makes you happy. In any case, if you like this reading, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use your Keen offer. You can get the link down below. First 10 minutes for only $1.99. It is 100% worth it. Let me know how your experience is in the comments down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's talk about your life after marriage. Your first card here is the Ten of Wands. So let's see what else comes through. And I'm feeling called to the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So let's see what's coming up here. We're asking for the most accurate, clear, and specific messages possible, the most honest messages possible from your spirit team. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, and the Seven of Cups. Let's continue. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands. And I'm also going to pull some oracle cards here. We have Orange, which is happiness. Ruby Red, Awakening. And Chartreuse, Stuck. Okay, so before I get started, I want you all to know I am going to do this reading 100% honestly, and it is extremely important that everything I say you take only if it resonates, and let everything go that does not resonate. So, this is what I'm getting. I'm hearing from Spirit that you are a very kind and warm-hearted person. And to me, it feels that because you are so kind and warm-hearted, you tend to see the best in everybody. And I'm seeing that there might be somebody that you get into a very serious relationship with, and the way that this person treats you is not necessarily up to par, as in they should be treating you a lot better. And I'm seeing that there is a potential that you would walk away from this. And I'm also hearing from Spirit that for many of you, this has already happened or is in the midst of happening. Now, once again, I will say this a million times, don't ever let like a general pick a card reading be the deciding factor of what you do with your life. Like never, ever, ever do that. And I'm saying that as a reader that conducts myself with integrity. You know, truly, these readings are to confirm what you feel intuitively. So if it doesn't resonate, let it go. Just put it to the side. If it does resonate, however, then stay invested, keep watching, and see what Spirit has to share. So I'm just hearing that you might be in a situation or even get into a situation where it feels like what's on the surface is not actually the same as what's underneath the surface. So what's on the surface is the Page of Cups. This person will come across as very attractive, flirty. They might even seem like they have a lot of money. You know, this would be like a good person, very much so on the surface. But under the surface, I'm seeing a little bit of aggression and a little bit of controlling energy. And so that is what I would advise you to be aware of. And I'm not even necessarily seeing that this would result in marriage. It's more that this would result in a shared agreement, like a commitment. So I do see like a committed relationship here. And then once you're in it, you might feel a little stuck. And I'm not here to say that this person is a bad person. I don't really see that. What I'm seeing is that they might have some tendencies that are questionable and that you deserve to be treated at a higher level. Hence the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the stuck energy here, the Ten of Wands. Remember that the first card is always depicting the overall vibe of the reading. So all I want you to be careful of, if you resonate with this advice, is to make sure that you understand this person's intentions deep down and you understand the core of their personality and don't rush into anything. Specifically, if you're feeling pressure from your family to get married soon, I am just seeing from Spirit, it's wise not to rush into anything at all. Doesn't matter what other people want for your life, it needs to feel so aligned and so right that you truly get the happiness that you deserve. So that is the first part of the reading, and I'm going to switch around some of these cards. So the first part is really about, okay, this is kind of what you need to be aware of. And I see you going through this major awakening. And what I want to say is a lot of you already have been in controlling relationships. And again, I'm not saying the person is bad. I'm just saying that they might have had some tendencies that are kind of questionable. And these lessons that you've learned through these relationships are going to stand you in better stead. And it's almost like you learned all of them so that you can uplift yourself and have this truly, truly, truly happy marriage. And so I'm seeing that should you have learned all of the lessons, you know, and come to just really honoring your self-worth on a very deep level, then I see tons of success for you. And it's kind of weird. I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting from Spirit. These might be two different people, okay? So you might have one partner that you get very close with, and then it appears after time that, oh, okay, their true personality is not the same as what they seemed. And so this might be the first person. And then after that, I'm seeing you guided towards this person who would be very joyous, very committed, very kind, like a much different energy. The first energy I get is very controlling. The second energy I get is very sweet and very lively and open and fun and very kind-hearted too. So I would definitely prioritize going towards what is kind-hearted. I'm also hearing from Spirit there's a potential that you might have two options when it comes to marriage. One person might have a lot of money and seem like they would provide you with lots of security, but they might be kind of controlling. The second would be a much more kind-hearted person, but they might not have as much money. And so again, it's like, what do you choose? And I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what Spirit is saying. So I'm going to do the rest of your reading into this part, life after marriage, right here, because we see this very positive streak coming here. So with this person, what I'm seeing is a lot of sensitivity. I'm seeing that you would feel relieved to be with this person because you've had situations in your past that were kind of hard or where they were a little bit aggressive with their communication. This person is the opposite. This person is very sweet. They really understand you. They listen very intently. I literally see them leaning in, listening to you, really trying to understand where you're coming from, really validating your emotions, taking their time. And this person conducts themselves with a lot of integrity and patience. And I'm also seeing that this would be kind of like a dreamy relationship for you, especially after feeling stuck in the first situation. It feels to me the second situation is this liberation kind of energy. So here we have the Six of Wands, and we have this energy of being really proud to be with this person, like really being lit up to be with them, wanting everyone to know that you're with them. So you'll have this level of pride. And interestingly, the pride is not about what this person has done with their lives or how much money they have, but rather the pride is about how they make you feel. And they make you feel young and carefree and cared for. And those are all really, really important things. I'm also seeing that the two of you would really bond over ideas. Like I'm seeing that you would have this huge part of your relationship where you're both very kind-hearted. It's almost like you want to give back, you want to volunteer, start a nonprofit together. It's that kind of energy where, it's what you see on the surface with this person that I'm reading right now is extremely positive, and it's the same under the surface. Whereas with former person, it's positive on the surface, but underneath it's actually quite problematic. So I would say go for this person, the second person, the person who's really kind, and don't just focus on the 3D things, because truly this is going to make you much happier over the course of your lifetime. Now I'm seeing that you would be lit up by this person. This person would cause you to feel like a lot of glee and joy, and it almost feels like this inner child energy coming forward. You'd be very happy. You would go to these outdoor events together. I'm seeing you in gardens. I'm seeing you at concerts, everything about art and music and museums. Like you two would really bond over that. And this person would be very good at creating community and would have quite a wide network and circle of friends. And I think that would make you very happy too, because you yourself are quite a social person in many respects. And so it would be nice to have that shared interest. And in terms of your lifestyle, I see you two being completely stable. It doesn't feel like this person has loads and loads and loads of money, whereas this first person might. But I see that it's stability. And to be honest, it's kind of like you would prefer to have a cozy home and to feel safe and cared for in your home, as opposed to having all the shiny things on the surface, but then underneath it not being very happy. And Spirit is just saying, be mindful of this, because I'm getting some vibes like the people around you, like different influences, it could be family or it could be external influences, they don't necessarily share the same viewpoint. Like they might be very centered on, well, how much money does that person make? Or what kind of job do they have? Like more of the 3D things. Whereas I think what you want is this more soulful connection that lights you up and makes you feel joyful, and also somebody who you can truly trust. And I'm seeing that with this person. you can truly trust them. And meeting this person relies on having this major awakening around your treatment, how you've been treated by friends in your life, by family, by former influences. And I'm seeing that there's going to be this great falling away of anyone that doesn't treat you at a certain standard. And it's very important that you really anchor those lessons, because that's going to bring in this new, expansive, vibrant relationship in which your life would be very happy. But, without doing this, you could get in more situations like this, which honestly, we just don't want that for you. So let's see. I'm seeing that with this person here, you would have a very happy family if you would like. They love kids. That's what I'm hearing. They love children. They would have 4 children or 6 children if they could. So that's up to you how many you want to have, if you want any at all. But I'm seeing that they love community. They love volunteering. They love children. They love being outside. They love adventuring. They have a very vibrant personality. It's kind of like a water energy. So it might be like Piscean or Cancer energy, maybe. It seems like light and carefree and very sweet. And I'm seeing that despite their water, they are also a reliable person. So they might even have some like Virgo or Capricorn in their chart too, which would round them out very nicely. And I feel that this person is like a true soulmate connection, because when the two of your energies come together, it's like you share the same heart. So it's almost like a twin flame connection. And there is a possibility you would meet this person a little later than what you want, but it truly doesn't matter, because it will be everlasting happiness. And your spirit guides are literally saying everlasting, and they keep talking about this relationship right here, which will result in marriage, as like your fairy tale relationship. So to summarize, what I'm getting is I think you're going to have multiple offers available to you. This could manifest as multiple proposals. It could manifest as even multiple marriages, should you choose. The first one might be good on the surface, but under the surface, a little bit problematic, a little bit conflicting energy. And then the second one would be the lifelong happiness, the happiness that makes you feel extremely joyful. Now, I do want to say, this does not have to be a marriage. It could be a difficult relationship, but whatever it is, it teaches you that you deserve the world and more. And this relationship here that I'm seeing, the one that lasts an everlasting marriage, is going to make you the happiest person in the world. And truly, you'll look back and you'll think, well, why the heck was I spending time with this person? But you might have to go through that in order to have that realization. So I see a great awakening for you, and I see tons of happiness and joy. And I know that you're going to be safe. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to be loved. This love is going to be almost exploding off of you. It feels so beautiful and harmonious. And so really anchor to that, and really make sure that you're always mindful of what you're bringing into your life and the influences that you're inviting into your energy field. So I hope that it helped. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. If you would like to get your Keen offer, then you can use the link down below. Let me know how it goes. And you can get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. So I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.